I am so excited to introduce my dear friend, NeNe, who made her premiere at the Moth just recently and almost won her first time out, which is incredible. She is a fellow public school teacher in the JCPS system, so she and I have our own little emotional support system. We will look at each other like it is November and we are ready to
A lot of teachers need to confess. That's what I'm seeing tonight.
Oh my gosh. And teachers, well, anyway, we're amazing. But so NeNe, Lasley, is a wife, mom, and educator. She's been spinning yarns since she could talk, entertaining grandparents, aunts, uncles, putting her big brother to sleep since 1984. She dreams of a book deal by 2030 and the advance by 2018, and educating binders full of children, which I love that. It's yes, binders full of children that will bring peace on earth. Please, yes. Amen. I agree with that one. Please welcome to the stage, NeNe.
Yeah. I love my kids. I feel like I should just say that because you may hear something tonight that might make you want to call CPS. Please don't. They love me. I love them. A matter of fact, just about a year ago, I was in my kitchen pretending like I can cook, and I was trying to hurry up and bake some stuff, and I couldn't find the sugar. So I was trying not to panic. I was trying to just get it done. So I'm just, okay, when I try not to panic, I sing a song. So I was like, give me, where my sugar, right, just in the kitchen. And then all of a sudden, I hear these little feet. Here you go, mommy. And just plants the biggest kiss on my thigh. He loves me. But it has not always been that way. Okay, you know how you go for the ultrasound and they're telling you what the baby's going to be. You're supposed to be all excited for this moment. But when they tell me I'm going to have a boy for my second child, I just start crying, uncontrollably crying. And I'm happy to have a baby. I mean, I love my husband, and we have 1.5. I'm excited. But I just started crying. My husband's like, what is wrong with you? And I said, I don't know what to do with a boy. I mean, I can remember my little nephew bringing me a transformer, and he's like, change it, Auntie NeNe. And I'm like, he does it by himself on TV. Figure it out. And he brings these hot rods. I'm like, once you push it, so what? It just rolls. I don't get it. So I'm super nervous about having this child. And he lives up to all those nerves because he makes me very, very fat. I would go through McDonald's and buy 2 cheeseburgers, and by the time I'm at I'm trying to pull out onto Breckenridge Lane, I'm turning back around to go get another one, and I hate hamburgers, and it gave me a lot of heartburn, sleepless nights, and he's finally here. And my husband's job was super sympathetic and let him have a full 2 weeks off. He only actually had to take 1 full of vacation. They gave him 1, and it was great because he was there. And every time my son cried, Shane would come pick him up, and instantly he would stop. They say kids love their mothers because their mothers are soft and they're pillowy and they have all this cushion. And my husband is even skinnier than me, so I didn't understand why he was so calm and cool with my husband but would lose his mind with me. And this was all the time. I couldn't even get him to breastfeed. I know this now. At the time, they just eat a little, then they go to sleep. Then they eat a little more, and they go to sleep. But in my mind, he hates me. There's fungus in my breast milk. There's some reason he's not drinking. And to top it off, when people would come to visit, he would just scream, and nobody could calm him down but his daddy. And as a woman, I was humiliated, and I didn't want anybody to come over because I couldn't handle my child. My baby, my daughter, who was older, is so used to being right by my hip, but I had to push her aside because I'm trying to bond with the baby. I just felt like the worst mother. So the first day, I had to go solo. My husband knew I'd had it hard, and he kept saying, I can take another day. This was a Monday. It's okay. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I've had a child, sir. I'm good, And so he leaves, and it is the hell that you are probably guessing. He screamed, and not baby, imagine the movie Jurassic Park. Do you remember that one little scientist, the little condescending scientist that saw that cute little dinosaur, and he's like, oh, what a cutie, and the dinosaur goes, bah! Like that. That was Savant. all day, all day. And I'm like, it's okay, I can do it, it's okay, I can do it. And I'm staying up. By Wednesday, I called my husband and I couldn't even say anything to him. He's like, I'm coming home. So he took the next couple of days off with me. And that next Monday, I was just determined, y'all. And so I was like, come on, child. You are going to eat. I am mother. You are son. This is happening. And I put him up there, and he clenches on for dear life. And I said, you little sugar, except I didn't say that word. And I put him down, and I was mad. And then I got mad at myself for being mad. Like, I was so upset, and I was just like, I set him in his little playpen, and I went and took a break, and I had a drink. Don't tell anybody. Even though I just told you. I just needed to calm my nerve. I didn't want to call my husband. Everybody just kept saying, it's going to be okay, but it wasn't okay. And I needed to make it okay. So I went back, and I was like, you and I going to come to Jesus, sir. We're going to figure this out. So I picked him up, and I looked him in the face, and I said, son, you are going to drink. Then you're going to sleep, and then we're going to be okay. And, of course, he starts screaming. And so I'm just like, okay, calm down. Just whatever you do, don't put him down. Just rock him, hold him, be calm, don't put him down. And he does cry himself to sleep. So I take this as a victory, and I look at him, and I say, I knew you loved me. I knew you loved me. And I would love to say that that's the end of the story and that I felt like, everything was perfect and rosy, and it wasn't. After that, he bit the other side another day. And but that time, whenever he looks at me, like that time he ran to me and hugged my leg and gave me kisses, my son has the biggest cheeks, and he dimples those little eyes, and his favorite things to say now are, I love you, Mommy. You so pretty, Mommy, and all those beautiful things. And he couldn't say that when he was a baby, but after we had that Come to Jesus meeting, I saw a lot more of those little smiles, and I realized I wasn't in it. Even though I was home by myself, I wasn't home by myself. I was home with my baby. Thanks.
NeNe, they've done studies that say as long as you feel safe enough to drive, it's okay to drink and breastfeed. I'm just saying my children are fine, so maybe that's evidence that it's okay. So.
I'm not okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Your mom didn't breastfeed, so.
No. She was like, nurse, that's how it rolled in 72.
Nurse.
Here's a pill, and here's some formula.
Oh.
Okay, so I think I introduced